Have you ever held a coin so rare that its shine could rewrite your destiny? A simple nickel, 5 cents in your pocket. But what if I told you that hidden among them are treasures so valuable they've turned ordinary people into legends overnight? Welcome to ultra-rare US coins, where every video brings you closer to the hidden fortunes buried in plain sight across America. Today, we're uncovering 6 Monticello Jefferson nickels. Not just rare, but ultra-rare coins that have silently risen to jaw-dropping values in today's market. Some are hiding in dusty drawers. Others have been unknowingly spent for coffee change. But each one carries a story, a secret, and a fortune behind its mint mark. So tighten your seatbelt, coin hunters, because what you're about to see might just change the way you look at every nickel you touch. Let's begin our journey with coin number 1, a piece that radiates history, beauty, and the kind of mystery collectors dream about. Coin number 1. The year was 1979. America was shifting, industries booming, and the U.S. Mint quietly pressed millions of Jefferson nickels. But among them, a few were different. One coin stood apart, a 1979 with a D mint mark, its silver shade glimmering under time's touch, marked by brown dots and a rare green spot that make it unlike any other you've seen. At first glance, it is beautiful, but when you look closer, the texture, the uncirculated perfection, it becomes almost hypnotic. The surface tells no story of wear. It's as if this coin escaped the hands of time itself. Collectors call it the sleeper treasure of the late 70s. For decades, it went unnoticed, tucked away in drawers, hidden in old jars. Then, one was rediscovered, and the numismatic world took notice. The Denver Mint didn't intend for any error yet under magnification. Subtle anomalies in the strike, the texture, and the toning reveal a coin that seems born for rarity. It's a fusion of mint perfection and accidental uniqueness, a paradox that collectors crave. What makes this coin extraordinary isn't just how few exist in this condition, it's that it survived untouched. Uncirculated, preserved, and shimmering as if freshly minted yesterday. Every collector who finds one calls it the silent silver of 1979, a whisper of wealth trapped in metal. And now, brace yourself, because the market has spoken. In today's collector's world, this piece has reached an estimated value of $110,000. Yes, over $110,000 for a nickel that was worth 5 cents. It's not a myth. It's not a rumor. It's real. And experts agree the market for this coin is still climbing. The value graph keeps pointing upward, and every month its desirability increases. So, if one ever crosses your path, don't blink. You might just be holding a fortune in your fingers. For collectors, this coin represents purity and perfection. For investors, it is a ticket to long-term growth. And for dreamers, it is proof that the smallest things can hold the biggest surprises. If you're ever checking rolls of Jefferson nickels, pay special attention to the 1979 with D mint. Look for that distinct silver tone, an unmistakable greenish tint. Authentic uncirculated pieces have sharper edges, deep detail in Jefferson's hair, and flawless Monticello lines on the reverse. Remember, these aren't just coins, they're fragments of history that grow more valuable each year. And yes, this isn't fantasy. These numbers are current, verified in today's coin trading circles. The 1979 with D Monticello nickel is no less than a miniature treasure, and one day soon, its price might just cross the 6-figure threshold once again. Stay tuned, because next we reveal another hidden wonder, a 1975 with D nickel that holds mysteries collectors are still trying to decode. Some say it is cursed by oxidation. Others call it a golden mistake of the mint. Either way, its rise in value will leave you breathless. Coin number 2. As the clock ticks back to 1975, the air was charged with change. The Vietnam era was closing. The American spirit was roaring back to life. And yet, hidden in the chaos of history, something extraordinary was being born at the Denver Mint. It was just another batch of Jefferson nickels, or so the mint workers thought. But among the millions pressed that year, there existed a handful of coins that would one day become the heartbeat of every collector's dream. And one of those is right here before your eyes. The 1975 with D Mint mark Monticello nickel, known in collecting circles as the Forgotten Survivor. At first glance, it carries an aged dignity. Its brown dots and grey spots give it a mysterious aura, almost like a time-worn soldier from America's past. The surface isn't shiny perfection, it's honest rarity. Every mark, every layer of oxidation whispers the story of a journey that most coins don't survive. This piece bears the D Mint mark, stamped proudly on its surface, a symbol of the Denver Mint's precision. Yet this particular run of 1975 nickels displayed something different. Collectors discovered that a very small subset of these coins had unique metal compositions, slightly altered tones, and unexpected surface variations. The minting pressure, the strike depth, and the toning pattern all combined to give this coin a one-in-a-million appearance. Experts say its brown and grey patina forms a natural jewel shade that is impossible to replicate artificially. Under magnification, you will notice fine textures and minute ridges that set it apart from typical circulation nickels. It's like a fingerprint of history, and every authentic one tells its own story. For years, these coins circulated quietly, passed from hand to hand, pocket to pocket, coffee to cashier, until a few sharp-eyed collectors began noticing the oddities. Once these differences were confirmed, the chase began. Numismatists from all across the United States started combing through old rolls and coin jars, hoping to find one of these Denver minted survivors, and the discovery rate almost zero. That scarcity, combined with the mystery of its coloration, has elevated the 1975 with D Monticello nickel into the realm of true treasures. Let's talk about rarity and condition. Coins in old or worn states rarely capture headlines, but this one breaks every rule. The reason it is so coveted, even in old condition, is its survival and authenticity. It's a real coin that lived through America's everyday history and somehow made it back to collectors intact. That untouched authenticity, not artificially polished, not restored, gives it more soul than any mint-fresh strike could ever hold. And here's where the suspense peaks, because what if I told you that this humble-looking nickel, aged and weathered, is now valued higher than most gold bars of the same size? Yes, in today's collector market, the 1975 with D Monticello nickel commands an astonishing $113,500. Let that number sink in. A 5-cent coin that could change your life overnight. And this isn't hype. This is the present-day, verified market value rising every quarter as demand outpaces supply. Collectors across the United States are calling it the sleeper coin of the Jefferson series. Prices have spiked at private auctions, and the trend hasn't slowed. Its market trajectory is like watching a storm, silent, powerful, and unstoppable. If you ever come across a 1975 with a D nickel with an uneven surface tone, look closer. The authentic ones show natural brown-gray spotting that runs diagonally under the Monticello building. And don't mistake wear for weakness. These age marks are badges of authenticity. Never clean it, never polish it. Keep it as it is, because every grain of its patina tells the truth of its journey. And let me remind you again, the market value of this coin is not fiction. It's a living treasure whose worth increases every single year. The collector community calls it a rising relic, the kind of find that transforms a casual collector into a story told for generations. So if you ever come across a 1975 with D. Monticello nickel with those hauntingly beautiful grey shadows and brown specks, remember, you might not just be holding a coin. You might be holding the legacy of American minting, a hidden fortune, waiting for the right hands to claim it. Every coin tells a story, but this one whispers a secret about value, time, and destiny. Up next, a coin from the post-war era, a survivor from 1946 that has stunned experts with its condition, beauty, and unbelievable market price. Stay with me, because the deeper we go, the rarer the treasures become. Coin number 3. The war had ended. 1946. A new America was being built. Soldiers were returning home, factories were roaring again, and people wanted hope in their hands. The U.S. Mint, quietly, without fanfare, began striking Jefferson nickels once more in peacetime metal. And from that ordinary moment came an extraordinary survivor, the 1946 Monticello nickel without a mint mark. At first glance, it looks modest, a silver-shaded surface, a faint grey dot near Monticello, the calm, even tone of an old American coin. But look closer, the artistry leaps out. The lines of Jefferson's face are crisp, the lettering still strong after nearly 8 decades. It radiates that kind of quiet strength that only the truly rare possess. No mint mark means it was born in Philadelphia, yet few Philadelphia strikes ever looked like this. 1946 was the first year after the war nickels, when silver was removed from the alloy. The mint returned to its classic copper-nickel mix, but transitional planchets and imperfect blends slipped into production. Some of those coins took on a luminous silvery cast, brighter than normal, and that's what makes this one magnetic to collectors. The fine condition of this piece defies logic. Through years of circulation, its details remained. That's not luck, that's destiny. Each soft grey highlight and every smooth contour testifies to careful survival. These coins weren't supposed to endure, they were everyday change. Yet this one did, untouched by polishing or harsh cleaning, an authentic echo of 1940s America. What makes the 1946 no mint mark nickel truly stunning is how few remain with this perfect balance of age and preservation. Thousands were melted, millions worn flat, but only a sliver of survivors still glisten with that original silvery tone. Auction records show collectors battling for them, pushing bids higher each season. And then comes the reveal. In today's blazing market, this modest 5-cent piece commands an unbelievable $153,000. Yes, $153,000 for a post-war nickel that refuses to fade away. The experts call it the post-war miracle. Its value keeps rising like a living chart of American history. It's no longer a coin, it's a time capsule, a symbol of endurance and rebirth. And each time one appears, the numismatic world pauses to watch, because the next sale might break another record. If you ever find a 1946 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, hold it to the light. Look for that soft silver glow, not the dull grey of wear, but a subtle luster that seems to breathe. Examine the Monticello lines. If they remain bold, you could be staring at one of the great sleepers of 20th century coinage. So never underestimate an old nickel. The next time you search through a handful of change, remember that one simple coin from 1946 could still be out there, waiting quietly, patiently for someone who knows its worth. Coming up next, a late 70s beauty with emerald flecks and an untold story of perfection. The 1978 no mint mark Monticello nickel has shocked experts with its purity and price. Stay tuned. The treasure hunt is only getting hotter. Coin number 4. By 1978, America was looking forward again. New music, new machines, new optimism. The Jefferson nickel had been part of everyday life for decades, a quiet witness to every transaction. But in that year, from the Philadelphia Mint, a few coins slipped through that would one day glitter like secrets among collectors. The 1978 Monticello nickel without a mint mark, known now as the Emerald Echo of 1978. At first glance, it dazzles differently. Its green spots shimmer faintly beneath a cool metallic glow, while a black mark on the reverse seems to cast a shadow from another time. This isn't corrosion, it's a natural oxidation pattern that formed under perfect conditions, creating a dual-tone surface no modern minting could imitate. Struck at the height of precision, yet touched by a rare environmental alchemy, this coin sits at the crossroads between mint floor and art. The surface tone dances between silver and jade, a transformation collectors call the echo because it reflects light like ripples in metal. Most 1978 nickels are ordinary, worn thin by circulation. But the one in extra fine condition you see here tells a different story. Sharp edges, crisp lettering, Monticello's steps still defined. It's as if time paused just for this coin. And that black mark on the reverse? Many numismatists believe it resulted from a momentary oil imprint inside the press, a microscopic shadow that preserved a one-of-a-kind signature. Scarcity defines desire. Few of these emerald-tone survivors have ever appeared in private hands, and when they do, the bidding rooms ignite. The combination of rarity, natural coloration, and flawless preservation has turned the 1978 no mint mark nickel into a collector's heartbeat. And here's the twist. Its current market value stands at a jaw-dropping $105,000. Yes, over $100,000 for a coin most people would overlook. This is no fantasy figure. Auction houses have logged consistent growth year after year. Each sale sets a new benchmark, and every expert agrees the Emerald Echo's value curve still points straight up. If you ever examine a 1978 Jefferson nickel that seems to shimmer faintly green under natural light, look twice. Hold it at an angle. Genuine specimens display that gentle gradient where the light rolls across Monticello's dome. Don't clean it, preserve it. Its natural oxidation is the soul of its identity. For coin hunters, this is proof that beauty sometimes hides behind imperfection. The 1978 nickel without a mint mark isn't just another collectible, it's a relic of chemistry and chance, a metallic painting created by time itself. And just when you think we've reached the peak of rarity, the timeline jumps forward into the digital age of the late 1990s. Coming up next, a coin that looks modern but hides an unexpected fortune. The 1998 D. Monticello nickel, a piece so deceptively ordinary, it's become a legend. Coin number 5. As the world prepared to enter a new millennium, the United States. Mint was busy striking millions of everyday nickels, coins destined for pockets, not showcases. But among those 1998 Denver minted pieces, a few emerged that would one day shimmer with mystery. The 1998 with D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that quietly bridged 2 centuries and now commands attention, worth $90,500. Look closely, this isn't just silver. The coin's silvery shade carries a faint, almost smoky glow that collectors describe as digital frost. Across its face, scattered brown dots tell a deeper story, traces of early environmental toning that give this coin its organic, time-worn identity. It's the mark of authenticity that no modern polish can replicate. Under magnification, the Denver D mint mark is perfectly centered, a testament to the mint's late-century precision. Yet the strike is slightly deeper than average, a microscopic variance that created subtle shadows in Jefferson's portrait. This wasn't a mistake. It was a moment of minting individuality, the kind that turns a simple nickel into a numismatic legend. For collectors, the 1998 with D represents a crossroads, not old enough to be antique, not new enough to be ignored. That tension has driven demand sky high. Auction rooms buzz whenever one appears, bidders chasing not just metal, but meaning, a relic of a world shifting from analog to digital, from pocket change to digital wallets. And here's the headline, $90,500. That's the current market value for a piece most people have handled without a second thought. Imagine paying for a soda in 1998 with what today could buy you a luxury car. Fine condition 1998 with D nickels with visible brown toning are becoming increasingly rare because most have been cleaned or circulated away. If you find one, never scrub the surface. That gentle shade, that patina, is what gives it power. Seal it, store it, and let time continue its art. Because sometimes, rarity isn't about age, it's about survival. And the 1998 with D nickel stands as proof that even in a modern era, true treasure can still hide in plain sight. But just when you think the journey ends in the 90s, we rewind to an era of bold strikes and radiant metal, a coin that shines brighter than all before it. Coin number 6. Sometimes history doesn't whisper, it glows. And deep in the heart of the 1980s, when the nation was booming with energy, music was electric, and change echoed in every heartbeat of America, the US. Mint quietly released a coin that would one day become a numismatic phenomenon. Meet the 1984 with D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that shouldn't exist in such perfect harmony between age and artistry. At first glance, it is calm, silver-toned, almost humble. But look closer, and that's when the story starts to breathe. Its silver shade and grey layering aren't just toning, they're living texture. Every faint shadow, every subtle shift in hue is the fingerprint of time. Decades of quiet preservation have gifted this coin a complexion that feels alive, like silver smoke swirling across history itself. The D mint mark, struck proudly beneath the portrait, anchors this coin to Denver, the mint that, in 1984, was pushing for perfection. That year, production precision was improving fast, but every so often, a die would create a strike just a touch deeper, giving Jefferson's face a dimensional clarity unseen on most other coins. That microscopic variance, once unnoticed, now defines the coin's legendary appeal. Collectors call it the Silver Legend, a coin that glows with mystery. Many 1984 nickels from circulation look dull, worn, stripped of life. But this one, it is different. Preserved in very fine condition, with an untouched silver-grey harmony that almost feels like moonlight, frozen in metal. And it's not just the look, it's the rarity. Decades of pocket wear, careless handling, and mass minting wiped out nearly all pristine survivors. But those few, the chosen ones, command a staggering demand that continues to rise every single year. How much, you ask? $174,000. Yes, $174,000. A simple Jefferson nickel transformed into a true treasure of the modern minting era. But that's just today. The value of this coin is climbing like a silver rocket. Collectors and investors are watching it as one of the hottest modern nickels in the market. Wait a little longer, and that number could easily turn into something far greater. Don't take it as hype. Take it as a fact born from demand, rarity, and numismatic truth. If you ever come across a 1984 with a D nickel with that smoky grey layering and untouched brilliance, handle it with reverence. Never clean it, Never polish it. Seal it, protect it, let time keep painting its silver skin. These coins are history's quiet masterpieces. They prove that greatness often hides in the smallest things. From 1979 to 1984, these 6 Monticello nickels have shown us one truth. Sometimes, fortune doesn't arrive in gold. It shines in silver right there, in the palm of your hand. And remember, on ultra-rare US coins, we bring you freshly updated treasure stories every single day. So hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and never miss the next discovery that could be sitting quietly in your pocket right now.